like singer.
Hey, Austin, good to see you.
Likewise.
Given your history with New York and what happened earlier this year, how sweet was tonight for you?
Um, yeah, tonight was. See you smiling already. Look at you. Yeah, tonight felt good, man. Tonight was a good one. Tonight was a good one, man. It was more special just because of how we played, man. I mean, we dominated the whole game. You know, what I mean, we dominated on both ends of the floor. It was almost as if the whole team took it personal. You know what I mean? And that was a good feeling to have. You know, I feel like they had my back, and um, you know, it was a good one.
Sean Keeler.
Hey, Austin, Michael mentioned that you had talked to him about your experiences in New York, and obviously your teammates knew about that. Did you give the William Wallace Braveheart pregame speech about let's go out there and have that energy? Because I know you talked about regaining that energy as a team during the postgame.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like trying to give a speech or anything, but throughout the game, I was amped up and I had a lot of energy in this, and as all players do, man, when you play against your former team, you know, that's just how it goes. And honestly, for me, it wasn't even. I know people might not believe this, but I said this to my teammates before the game. I was like, this is even about the Knicks. This is about us and us bouncing back after a tough loss. For me, obviously being off 2 months, I now, like, coming in this game, I told my team that I feel in shape. I have my legs back. I know every play now. I know how guys play. Obviously, I'm still building, but like, this is the first time I went into a game like really feeling good about myself, and it just so happened also to be obviously my former team. So it was just kind of like everything was there tonight. But it wouldn't matter who we played tonight. I was coming out with that aggression and that energy. But yeah, it made it. It always feels good to do stuff like that and win a game like this.
Brandon Cristal.
Austin, I got two for you. The first, does this feel like a precursor to more games like this, multiple, big 3-point nights, and just getting more comfortable with your teammates and in this offense?
Of course. I just think, like any player, it takes time. I don't know what people expected. I hadn't been in a game in over 2.5 months. I haven't played. Even though I worked out, you just can't simulate stuff. And obviously, this is a bad team I signed to. This is like a top tier team in the NBA. So like, I'm trying to come in and not step on toes and try to figure out stuff. And kind of like, you kind of go out there and you just don't want to mess up. That's kind of like what you do on a team like this. And then after you play, 5 or 6 games like I have, you start to realize, okay, all right, these are things they do. These are things they don't do. And then you finally find yourself, and then you realize, just go be yourself. Just go be aggressive. Coach tells me that every game, go be aggressive. And it's taken some time, but obviously now I feel very comfortable here, and I just got to keep building. And no matter if shots are going in or not, I know over time I'm going to make my shots just like I did tonight. But my energy and my focus and my impact has to be there every game. So, especially with all the guys we have down.
Mark Kisla.
Hey, Austin, you've done a lot of good stuff in this league. You've earned your respect, but you mentioned a couple of times you hadn't played a game in 2 months. Talk to me a little bit about the trust that Coach Malone and your teammates have put in you from the jump here.
I can't really describe that for what it means to me personally, because it's just beyond something I could describe. Honestly, I don't feel like getting emotional right now, but yeah, man. This has been a lifesaver and changer for me coming here. I've never experienced a team and organization like this. It's so about we instead of me. And I mean, even from the beginning, like after my first 4 or 5 games here, obviously, like, they're telling me I'm playing well. I feel like I'm playing well, but I'm not shooting well at all. So I'm just like, man, I know I could do more. But they're like still telling me, be aggressive, do this, do this, do this, do this. He's like, we need you to be yourself. Shoot your step back, shoot this shot, shoot that. I'm just like, man, I'm trying to, it was a lot. And I've never had that before, that type of confidence from my teammates or my coaches. When they do that with everybody here, that's why Michael, who plays the way he plays, and Jokic and all these guys, they just build everybody up here. So I just feel kind of lucky, honestly. I'm just lucky to be here and thankful to be here. And I just don't take this shit for granted, man. Every game I go out there, I play hard as hell. When you get something taken away from you, and you sitting at home for a month or two and you watching guys on TV, it changes you in a lot of ways. So, yeah.
Harrison Wind.
Hey, Austin, Nicole is 24-point first quarter tonight. What was your impression of that just from your vantage point, and what have been kind of your thoughts about playing with him these first several games?
He's an animal. He's an animal. He's an animal. I mean, he's obviously, you know, Joel Embiid is up there in the MVP and LeBron and all these guys. You know, I've seen Jokic obviously for a short time here, and I see why his name's also in that group too, because he's so patient. He controls the game. He's so dominant. He finishes his touch. He has guard skills at that size. You just don't see that ever. And again, he's unselfish. So it starts at the top with him, coach, and then trickles down. And it's been fun to watch and be a part of.
Stefan.
Hey, Austin. MPJ was saying that you talked to him about how difficult it was for you in New York, and you were motivated to go out there aggressive to get those dudes back. What bothered you about how it went down in New York?
It don't even matter anymore. You know, I don't know. I don't even want to get into that. I don't have any negativity towards the Knicks, man. Like, let's just be clear. Like, I'm actually very close with a lot of those guys on that team. Obviously, things happen, and they happen. I don't want to bring anything like that to light. You know what I mean? They're doing so well right now. Knicks fans are extremely happy and excited about that, as they should be. They've been down for so long. Julius should be most improved player in the NBA this year, and he should be on one of the all-NBA teams. You know, Tibbs should be a candidate for Coach of the Year. I really am happy for them. So I have nothing against them, but, you know, sometimes things just don't work out. And, yeah, you know, that obviously – that's all I can say, man. I don't want to get into that just because I have a lot I could say. I don't have enough time right now. You know what I mean? But things happen. If it wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here on this team. So everything comes back around, and I wish nothing but positivity to that team and that organization.
We'll go back to Brandon Cristal.
Yeah, my second question was about something MPJ said, that he's been looking up to you since he was a kid, and that you had one of the coldest mixtapes out there. I imagine you consider yourself a little younger than maybe you are with 9 years in.
Yeah.
Do you remember a point when it went from you were telling guys you looked up to them to it switched and guys are coming up to you?
Yeah, that didn't happen, honestly, till I was in New York. Like, quickly, and all these young guys, I came in and they're like, yo, bro, you know, I've always been the young guy on the team. I was always the dude who played with the older stars, and I was just looking up to them. So obviously, no, I'm no superstar or anything like that, but, you know, that don't mean, you know, at the end of the day, I know who I am and what I can do on the floor. And to have guys validate you in that way, there's nothing like peer love. I say peers in my peers, you know, to get love from guys who are also the best players in basketball. It's always the best love you can get. And, you know, I'm the biggest fan of Michael. Obviously, y'all hear me talk about him all the time. He's so cold and he's growing. So it's been great to play with him and play with all these guys and talent they have here.
All right, Austin, we got time for one more. We're going to end with Mike Singer.
Hey, Austin, you talk about feeling lucky for this opportunity. Like, have you wrapped your head around the opportunity that you have moving forward, given all these injuries and the platform that you may well have going into the playoffs?
Nah, I just take it day by day. You know, I know we got Monte coming back and Will coming back. For me, I just told Coach, no matter where they play me, when they play me, start, don't start, here, there, like every minute I'm in there, I'm just going to be playing hard as hell. You know what I mean? And when I'm not in there, you know, listen, we could go back and forth about things in the past, but like one thing I've learned is like positive energy defeats everything. You know what I mean? And it's so much easier to live life happier. It's so much easier to live life positive instead of worrying about yourself and being involved in yourself. And as a player, I'll be honest, like in the past, like all of us do, you want to do well. You want to be this, you want to be that guy. I was that guy in high school. I wanted to be an all-star. I still feel like I'm good enough to be that, but like, that's not my role here. You know what I mean? My role here is to be aggressive. And obviously I have big nights like tonight. I'm gonna have many more. I plan on having many more, but we got a MVP here. You know what I mean? And so you support that guy, and we got Michael who's upcoming, and you support that guy. So I go in there and I do my thing and I play hard, but whether I play or whatever platform I'm on, or if I'm in the game, not in the game, like I'm nothing but positive energy, man. That's all I'm trying to bring to this team every game. Like I said, when you're not playing for 2 months and something's taken from you, it changed me. And I had to look in the mirror and say, okay, well, there's things I still have to change. It's not all New York's fault or this fault or this fault. Like I have to do better. So I'm working on that every day.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you, Austin.
Thank y'all.